I'm Marin, and this is Post-its and Pens. Hello and welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Marin, and here you will find a little beauty, a little books, and a little teaching content. So if that sounds like something you might enjoy, I would love for you to subscribe and stick around and join me in my little corner of YouTube. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be part 2 of my little travel series that I started a few weeks ago with my Pack With Me video, which I will link up in the cards. I traveled down to La Cruz in Mexico, which is about 40 minutes outside of Puerto Vallarta, for a weekend, the last weekend in October, and I took a little footage while I was there, so I wanted to go ahead and share that with you. So let's go ahead and roll into my travel vlog. Full disclosure, I am not a travel vlogger. I have never done anything like that before. The last time I flew was prior to COVID, and I was not on YouTube then, so I'm not sure how people do the whole travel vlogging thing. So the reason I was filming was that I just basically wanted to document my trip down because I was traveling for my dad's celebration of life. So I just took footage here and there throughout the weekend, and that is what we are going to roll with right now, and then I will come back and talk to you a little bit more after that footage.
Like that, or welcome to you to Flight 1410, service to Dallas-Fort Worth. We're happy to welcome everybody on board today. We want to ensure a safe and enjoyable flight for all. Please remember that your flight attendants act as my representatives in the cabin. Refusal to follow flight instructions is a violation of federal law. In addition to following crew member instructions, remember the consumption of personal alcohol brought on board flights is against federal regulations and is strictly prohibited. Lastly, the current U.S. government face mask mandate requires each person age 2 and older to wear a mask over their nose at all times during today's flight, including boarding into plane. Refusal to do so may result in denial of boarding and financial penalties under federal law. If you have any questions regarding any of these instructions, please do not hesitate to ask one of our flight attendants. All that being said, we're very happy to have you with us this morning. We'll get you to Dallas safely and as quickly as possible.
So obviously that was not like a complete vlog of the weekend. It was just clips here and there to kind of document things. The trip was good, but not smooth. So I left St. Louis on Friday, October 29th. My flight left about 7:30ish, I think, and I flew down to Dallas-Fort Worth, where I had a fairly significant layover. I like to give myself a lot of time so that I'm not rushing from gate to gate, especially since when you fly international, you usually have to change terminals. So I wanted to give myself a lot of leeway there. So I did spend quite a bit of time in the Dallas airport, just kind of wandering around and things like that. And then I took off for Mexico around 1:30-ish, I think, and I landed a little bit before 4. So after I got through customs and everything, I was able to meet up with my stepmom about 4:30-ish, I would say. And then I immediately went to get COVID tested because I think you don't have to do it anymore, but at that point you had to have a negative COVID test to get back into the US. So we just knocked all of that out, and then I went to my stepmom's condo. Saturday was my dad's celebration of life. So we basically were in the condo for the majority of the morning, and then we headed over to the venue for his celebration of life. It was really nice. He would have really loved it. My stepmom really did a good job putting the whole thing together. My dad always wanted to have a Mexican fiesta, if you will, so that's kind of how they styled his celebration of life. And there was lots of music, dancing. I'm not a dancer. I didn't dance. There was good food, and then people just talking about him and remembering him. And so it was good to hear about the impact he made on everybody else, like on other people. Like, I know what he meant to me and things like that, but it was nice to hear just how good of a person he was to everyone else who met him. So it was kind of emotional. People were obviously coming up to me and like hugging me, people that I didn't know, which is not my favorite thing. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that out there, but as I said, it was a good event. My stepmom was really pleased with how everything turned out, so ultimately that was the goal. So the trouble came when I tried to get back home. So if you are aware of what is happening with air travel right now, there is a very vast number of canceled flights just across the board. On Sunday, October 31st, American Airlines canceled 1,700 flights. So that's a huge number. And unfortunately, one of my flights contributed to that total. So I was able to leave Puerto Vallarta without any issue, but while I was in the air to Phoenix, I got a message saying that my flight from Phoenix to St. Louis was canceled. They were going to rebook me on a flight on Tuesday, which would not have worked. So of course that caused a lot of stress and things like that. So when I landed, I had my mom and my stepdad Googling and trying to find ways to get me back home a little bit faster. And ultimately I wound up booking a flight home with Southwest. So American did put me up in a hotel, which I very much appreciated. They did give us a food voucher for I think $12, which I used at the airport the next day. So it could have been a lot worse, but definitely was not what I was hoping, because I was really hoping I would be able to get home on Sunday, have Monday to like regroup emotionally and physically, and then go back to work on Tuesday. So that is not what happened, but I survived nonetheless. So basically, the final leg of my trip was me in Phoenix. I had to fly to Los Angeles, and then I flew from Los Angeles to St. Louis, and it got me home on Monday, November 1st, around 4 o'clock. So it was a very long day, and it meant that for the remainder of that week, honestly, I was exhausted. Traveling really takes it out of me. I don't sleep well when I travel. It takes me a few days to get acclimated to like a new environment so that I'm able to sleep. So I was very, very tired the whole rest of the week, but it was worth it. It made my stepmom really happy that I was able to come down. I know my dad would have been happy that I could have made the event and met some of his friends that I had not gotten a chance to meet previously, even though I had flown down a few times. And yeah, that was just a good weekend, if not slightly longer than I would have wanted it to be. But that was just my little travel vlog. I hope you enjoyed this little look at that weekend traveling to and from Mexico. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.